And that's really a wonderful thing to see. People do care, and they're just looking for ways to make an impact and make a difference. I'm Bob Eschbach. I live in Ottawa. I've lived here my entire life. I love my community. I'm an attorney, and I had the great honor of serving as mayor of Ottawa for 20 years, beginning in 1999. It was as mayor that I became familiar with the Community Foundation concept through Pamela Beckett, and realized that it's a great way to allow people to give to causes that they care about. And what we try to do in a foundation is connect people who care with causes that matter. And my involvement as a board member of the foundation was really exciting because I got to see the foundation grow from an initial contribution of only $30,000 to what now is an organization that has had over $7 million pass through its doors. They made over $3 million in scholarships, grants, and donations to not-for-profits in the area. And they administer almost that amount of money in funds that they're holding on behalf of donors to be used as those donors have instructed. One of the opportunities that a lot of donors have taken advantage of is setting up scholarship funds. And we have scholarship funds for all sorts of things. Students interested in aeronautics, teaching, culinary arts, hospitality. And these are set up by people who have a passion generally for those professions. And the organization does a great job with awarding scholarships. They've got a committee that handles those. They're done very professionally. And the committee doesn't even know the names of the applicants, so there can't be any favoritism. And the donors also can't say, I'm going to establish a scholarship, make sure you give my niece a scholarship. None of that happens because we don't even know who the people are. But it's been a very popular way for some people to contribute to the community, and it's exactly the kind of thing that the foundation is set up to administer. One other important service that the foundation provides is fiscal sponsorships. And what that is, that's for organizations that are just forming, they're new at it, they don't know all the ins and outs, and they're not yet a 501c3. If you're not a 501c3, contributions to the organization are not tax deductible. But you can use the foundation as a fiscal agent. They will accept donations for the organization. The donor can then receive tax-exempt status in making the donations. And the foundation helps administer that. They help invest the money. They do all of the thank yous to donors. They do all of the reporting. So new, young organizations who aren't experienced with that can begin. I've had the honor of having a donor advised fund established in my name by my sister Sharon Coleman and her late husband Ken. What they did is they made an initial donation to a donor advised fund to the foundation. It was in the amount of $60,000. The fund was set up to provide contributions to not-for-profits in the Ottawa community area. And the goal was to provide for artistic, cultural, health, environmental, aesthetic, and economic development projects in the Ottawa area. Some of the donations are made to new groups, and some are to organizations that have been around for 50 or 100 years doing good work in Ottawa, and I want to see that continue. Some of those include, for example, the beautification projects in Ottawa, tree plantings in particular. And organizations that I've been involved in, like the Reading Mansion Association. And the Ottawa Heritage and Scouting Museum. Recently I've been able to make some to organizations that are brand new, and one of them is the Ottawa Center for the Arts, which recently obtained ownership of the former Congregational Church in Ottawa, which has an incredible auditorium in it, which will be a venue for all sorts of cultural activities. Again, it's one of those startups where it just takes some money to get it going, and I was able to help there. And we've had several more significant donations since then, and I think the Center for the Arts is on its way to becoming a real important and vital addition to the Ottawa community. I think a lot of this is a result of the credibility that the foundation has established over the last 10 years. Word of mouth spreads, and many organizations that need help have been able to come to the foundation the foundation hasn't been able to connect them with one of the funds that is applicable to that particular project. And in the end, it makes for a much more vital community and allows people who want to do something but just need some startup money to begin their project. It's been an amazing 10 years. The foundation is now 10 years old. I never imagined that it would have gotten off the ground as fast as it did, but I think it shows that there was a need for it and that there are people in our community who care about the environment, the quality of life in the three-county area, LaSalle, Bureau, and Putnam counties that the foundation serves.